Hello guys, you are welcome to my channel. This afternoon we'll talk about another series of complex topic under organic chemistry, which is alkanol. And as we all know, we can classify alkanol to be alcohol. So now let's go straight to what alkanol is. If I'm to give the definition of alkanol, I will say an alkanol, they are a group of hydroxy which are being classified as unsaturated. Why? Because all alkanol are single carbon-carbon bond. So now, we have to look at this particular alkanol. Either we call it alkanol or we call it what? Alcohol. Don't forget that the functional unit of alkanol is ROH. This our OH is being classified as hydroxy. So we call it what? Hydroxy group. And the general molecular formula of this hydroxy group is CnH2n plus 1 OH. The OH is this. Why what you have here is what? The formula. Because when we look at the meaning of R, our R is alkyl group. Are you with me now? So now let's go to the naming of this alkanol. And if I have to look at the naming of this alkanol, our main objective today is how to name compound under this alkanol. That's number one. Number two is how to differentiate between the primary, secondary, tertiary, and the quaternary alcohol. So now let's start with when n is equal to 1. Are you with me now? When n is equal to 1, we can pick it from that now. So we said we have CH3OH. So I call this methanol. And how do we call it methanol? Don't forget that your CH3 what is the R, which is the alkyl group. And if I have to look at what alkyl group means, alkyl group states what can be defined as the removal of one hydrogen atom from the parent alkane. And again now, the O you have here, which is this OH now, is being replaced. Your AN from alkane, your NE from alkane is being replaced with what? OL. So now that's why we have what? Methanol. So when n is equal to 2, we said we have C2H5OH, which is ethanol. The next one is when n is equal to 3, we have C3H7OH, which is propanol. When n is equal to 4, we have C4H9OH, we have butanol. When n is equal to 5, we have C5H11OH, pentanol. The difference in all these compounds listed here under the naming is what? CH2. Telling you that for every alkanol or for every organic compound, they belong to what we call homologous series. That is that now. So now, with what you have here, which is the parent name now, we can go to what we call what? The Iupac. So the Iupac nomenclature of alkanol is more a systematic way of naming any organic compound now. So now the first thing you have to consider is that you must consider the longest carbon continuous chain. So if you have this now and our OH is attached to it, don't forget that the OH is what? Your alkanol. So now look at the 4 carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is what? Butanol. And the one here we call it what? Butan 1O. That is for the alkanol. So the next one is if I should have this, the OH is here. We are still using the same carbon atoms now. Mind you, the functional group is being moved to the what? The second one. So we said 1, 2, 3, 4. So now this is called what? Butan 2O. Not butan 1O, but what? Butan 2O now. So now let's look at some alkyl group now, where we have CH3 to be classified as Met, C2H5 to be classified as what? AT. So I'm going to pick this to be the substituent now. So if, for example, I have this, OH is here. So now, if you have to start the numbering, you start from this place because of the OH here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 6 carbon atoms here after pentanol is called what? Hexanol. So if you attach CH3 here, we have it to be methyl. The number here is what? 4. So we said we have 4 methyl, hexan, 1 O. That is the naming of what? The organic compound now. So now let's look at the skeletal structure of organic compound. So I have this OH. So let's start the numbering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We call this what? Pentan 1O. So we pick up another example. Now let's consider the halogens now, the halides. The chlorine is called what? Chloro. The bromine is called what? Bromo. And the iodine, iodo. So now I have this. We also have what here? Another one here. So if you have to name a compound like this, it's very simple. You consider the both left and right to check the lowest number attached to the substituent now. So if I should have 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our 6 is what? Hexanol. And the number attached to the functional group is what? 3. So let's start from the right and let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he said you are going to pick from what? Left. So with this now, he said we have 4 chloro. Don't mind the 2 attached to the methyl because all halogen, irrespective of the number attached to it, we always come fourth before the alkyl group. So we said we have 4 chloro, 2 methyl, we have 6, so we say we have hexan, 3 O. That is for the naming now. So now let's move to the types of the alcohol. The types of this alkanol. The first one is primary. The second one is secondary. While the third one, we call it what? Tertiary alkanol. So if we have to differentiate between the primary, secondary alcohol, we have a simple formula for that. Say we have COH. We can see now we have only one alkyl group. For secondary, we have 2 alkyl group. While for tertiary, we have 3 alkyl group now. So let us pick one naming here. The next week we talk about the what? The reaction of alcohol. For this now, if I should have CH3, CH2, OH. This is for this. So while this arrow is the what? The alkyl. So we call this one what? Ethanol. For this we have CH3, CH3, then we have CH here, OH. So now if I have to count now, 1, say we have 1 here, we have 2 here. So irrespective of what you have here, but because of the functional group now, though we have 3 carbon atoms as a what? Longest chain now. So we can call this one what? Propanol. So that is for the tertiary now. The tertiary we carry 3 different alkyls. So we can say we have CH3, CH2, CH3, CH3, OH. So now this one is one alkyl, another alkyl, another alkyl. The same way we have one alkyl here, the second alkyl here now. So now if you have to name this compound, we said we have 1, 2, 3. But mind you, the carbon atoms you have is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So because of what you have here now, it tells you that what you are going to move this OH here to this now. With that, you say we have CH3, CH2, CH3, CH3, OH. So you can see one R, another R, the what? The second R. Telling you that what? You have 3 R that carries what? Only one alcohol group now. So with that now, I can name this compound as 2 methyl butanol. So class, I've shown you guys the Iupac nomenclature of alcohol and also the systematic way of naming alcohol. So guys, don't forget to watch, subscribe, like,